Today, the headlines say chaos. Protesters at the Minnesota Capitol, a leadership shakeup in immigration enforcement, and a governor meeting with a man known for being tough, Tom Homan. I see something else. I see a door opening, dialogue, accountability, security, all at once. Here's what's actually happening. Governor Tim Walz met with Tom Homan this morning in St. Paul, as Homan steps in to oversee federal immigration operations on the ground. The two agreed on one thing first. Keep talking, keep the lines open, keep Minnesotans informed. The president signaled he's on board with that approach. Inside the meeting, Homan told Walz he wants all illegal aliens removed. Walz agreed to cooperate on an aggressive statewide removal plan. He pushed for a swift, significant reduction of federal forces in the state. He set a clear channel. Minnesota's Department of Public Safety will be the day-to-day liaison with Homan. Accountability with a name, a number, and a process. At the Capitol, around 200 protesters gathered outside the governor's office. They chanted, "ICE out now." Some groups called for charges against agents involved in the fatal encounters. Their message: accountability and change. So, tension? Yes. Democracy looks like that sometimes. But here's why this moment can be good for America. First, cooperation beats chaos. You can disagree fiercely about policy and still pick up the phone. Walz spoke with the president. The president said they're on a similar wavelength about working together. Homan's assignment was confirmed publicly. That transparency matters. It sets expectations and timelines. Second, standards rise when scrutiny rises. Calling for impartial investigations isn't weakness. It's a demand for truth. When the facts are real, the outcomes are legitimate. And legitimate outcomes calm streets faster than slogans ever could. Third, smart security is local. By naming Minnesota's Public Safety Department as the primary liaison, the state keeps community context at the center, even as federal operations continue. That's how you narrow the gap between policy and people's lives. Let's be clear about Tom Homan. He's described as tough but fair and will report directly to the president. That chain of command is tight. Reduce the federal footprint. Investigate impartially. End any perception of political retribution. And you get a testable plan. I can measure that. So can you. Meanwhile, protests are not peaceful anymore. They've become very dangerous in several places. Clashes and property damage keep mounting. Violence is eclipsing passion. Destruction is replacing debate. What happens next? Regular briefings, data on use of force, clear criteria for drawing down federal agents, a public record of what changes and what doesn't. If cooperation is real, you'll see it in the numbers, not just the quotes. I'm choosing to be optimistic, because optimism here is not naive. It's a strategy. Talk across differences, investigate impartially, secure communities while respecting rights. If Minnesota threads that needle in the coming days, it won't just calm one state. It'll set a model for the country. That's good for Minnesota, and it's good for America.